What's up, family? And thanks for joining another episode of Black Gay Table Talk. It's me, your host, Keenan, and today I am welcomed by the Esteem, Phil Esteem, partner with Pride Index and founder of the Esteem Awards. We have an exciting episode for you today. Phil, how are you?
I'm doing great. Dude, I'm not going to show the drink because they didn't pay us. So I'm doing this and I'm having conversations with you.
Yes.
So, because like my glass says, a party without alcohol is just a meeting, just a meeting. And it's
Just a
not an
minute.
important meeting either. It's one of those I don't give a shit meetings and I'm just here. Yeah, whatever. So that's
That's
how
our,
I'm doing right now.
I love it. That is our word for the day. Okay.
We need it. We need it. And I'll slow down. I don't, oh, yeah, you're right, Crendel. I mean, Crennan, Keenan, Black Trable Talk. I'll slow down. Or, you could edit that part out. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. You're going to edit that part out.
Uh-huh.
Edit that part out.
Oh gosh, I see my jaws are going to be hurting from laughing by the end of this, so I'm ready. So, Phil, tell us about you and prideindex.com. I have to say, it's an amazing platform. I mean, anything and everything that I can think of that I need or want to research, I've been able to find, but we'll get there. You tell us in your words, how did prideindex.com start or come about?
Okay, prideindex.com, which is celebrating our 20th year this year, as a matter of fact, yep. Clap.
Yes.
Go to that website, damn it. I need to see 40,000 hits today on my report because I do look at reports. Started 20 years ago, and it is a platform for the, and I have to slow down when I say the letters because if I don't say them all, somebody will get hate mail afterwards.
Mm,
LGBTQ plus. I stop at plus because I know there are some other letters. Respect to everybody. Plus community, and it's a platform that covers anything and everything. I have been fortunate to be part of the organization since 2006 or 2007. I always forget the two. I met this young lady at a Black Pride meeting in Chicago, and I was actually doing a zine at the time. And she said, you know what? That would look perfect on my website. And so she and I talked, and she pretty much let me do what the hell I wanted to do, which meant I loved that lady. I loved her. And so I ended up being the face of Pride in this. So the two of us are partners on the website, and it covers anything LGBTQ plus, African American, and our allies. So we originally started off as a site to for entertainment. We actually had events that were going on in 25 plus cities at the time,
mhm.
and we still do technically, although we do not have a calendar. Oh, go see this tonight in Memphis. But we will cover LGBTQ and African American events that are of interest. Anything and everything. Meaning, I have a wonderful podcast. I want to talk to you guys about it. Like you and I actually had those conversations, and we'll have some
Yeah.
additional conversations. And you're going to make me that pie. You talk. Okay, let me just answer. Okay, let me not even talk about that part. I don't want people
Yeah.
thinking, you know what, Keenan makes a mean pie. You know, it might
You
be
know what?
mean, but okay.
Look, I am from Memphis, so I got it in me.
Good. Okay, we need to get some barbecue going there, and we'll do
Yes.
that. Okay. So the site covers some of everything: politics, the ball scene, and people who are doing things in the community, filmmakers. I love talking to my content creators, such as yourself. Uh, we're most recently we're talking to the YouTube people, content creators on YouTube, and
Mhm.
we've had a series of articles on authors, self-publish and publish. So it's anything and everything, and sometimes a whole lot of everything. And I sometimes like, Do you really want to cover all of that? Yeah, I don't care. It's about giving people a platform. I know that was
Yes.
a lot to say, and I hadn't even hardly touched the monkey shoulder yet.
Well, go ahead and take you a sip. It's
All right.
like, well done. So I will say I love that it covers everything. Like, and me being an author, back in the day when I wrote my first book, it was what, maybe 2004-ish. There weren't a lot of platforms like Pride Index that I could go to see representation like what I was given, or the representation I felt I needed, right?
Hmm.
So not only do you have that available, but you have films that we should be aware of. You have, like you said, the YouTube shows, content creators. I mean, shopping, the whole nine. So it's very well thought out, and it's not discriminative by any means. Like, whatever you're looking for, you can find. If this is your cup of tea, you got it. If that's not, look over here. This might interest you. So
Right.
I love that there's that versatility within the LGBTQ plus umbrella, if that makes sense.
It
So
makes perfect sense. It makes perfect
yeah,
sense because so many times people want to say, "Oh, LGBTQ is just this," and what I mean by this is the flag, and it
right.
means, "Oh, you're only pink, you're only purple." No, we're mosaic.
I love it.
Today, you know what? I'm going to go out and let me say this. Sometimes I feel like Beyonce. Other days I feel like Jay-Z. Now I don't mean I'm in the mirror doing this. Oh, single leg. No, I mean what I like is that. And if I am in the mirror, and if people out there are in the mirror being Beyonce, that's all right too. That's all right
Yeah,
too. So
yeah.
yeah, it's just understanding we are not monolithic. We are everything. We are
Hmm.
anywhere, everywhere, all over the place, all at once.
Ooh, I love it. Yes, yes. So, and you're out of Chicago. So what do you think the impacts have been that you've been able to see or witness since Pride Index uh, .com's inception? How do you think you've impacted the community?
Sometimes I don't know. And that's kind of strange. I don't know until I actually hear from people who
Hmm.
say that we had a young lady who was we did a story on, and she mentioned, oh, now she's doing spoken word where she was at one time just writing her lesbian fiction romance.
Hmm.
And she said, after having a conversation with us and people actually saying that they appreciated the story, they like her work, it sort of gave her the opportunity or made her think, you know what, I'm not in this box. I can do
Hmm.
some other things. So
Hmm.
sometimes I know the answer to that question, and sometimes I don't. And I guess it's because I don't know the answer until I actually hear from people out there who have either been on the website or maybe they haven't been on the website and they went on it for the first time and they discovered, boom, this. Damn,
Hmm.
I'm in that genre. And I didn't know that John, Mary, Sue, Howard were also in that genre.
Yeah,
And maybe I should network with some of these people.
I love it. Yeah, that's true. But that just goes into, well, quick PSA. So if you've not already, make sure you visit prideindex.com, and leave feedback. Sign up for the newsletter. You never know what you may get. So just open your mind up, take a look, and see what's out there.
Right. Now, I will
Yeah.
make a correction. You said leave feedback. I stopped feedback
Oh,
because
you
I was
did?
getting a lot of negative feedback on certain stories. So we don't
Okay.
allow you to respond to an actual story. Oh, you look at this story and you want to leave a message. Nope, because you have a lot of negative Nancy's out there. But folks are always welcome to send us an email, make suggestions to us about certain things.
Yeah.
You know what?
You
I
know
guess
what?
I'm kind of jumping on to the YouTube story again. I get so much feedback from people who like certain things on it, or you get
Mhm.
the negative stuff. Well,
Mhm.
I have a site. I'm not on here, and I've been out since Stonewall, and nobody is talking about us. And my
Mm.
response to that would be, well, tell me about you. I don't know everything, and maybe I do want to know
True.
about you.
I got you. I got you. And maybe you can speak to me a bit on that because I will say we do get our share of negative feedback. And even not even that, just sometimes with, well, you had this person on the show, why didn't you have them on the show? And it's like we we can't have everybody on at once, right?
Right.
And then with even that, like we have our lens that we look at the community through. So there may be some things that we miss, but how did you make that decision? This is my question. How did you make that decision to turn off the feedback? Because in essence, sometimes I feel like we need it, right?
Yes. At one
How
point,
did
we're just getting too much negative feedback.
Yeah,
And some of it, I think, just to be fair, it may not have been from our community. It was just
true.
maybe other people out there. And so
Mhm.
I said, I'm just going to turn it off. I do not want to hear from this hick person in the mountains of Tennessee somewhere who has nothing better to do but write
Then to
nasty things.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking to myself, how did you even find me in this story? And you made a comment about something that you obviously would have needed to look into. You made a
Mhm.
comment into something that was on in the third paragraph, in the fifth paragraph. So you obviously was looking at it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I
But
got you.
we do have conversations with people. I do. What's the word? I test them. As I called John up, for example. I called the young
Mhm.
man up who was in my front room right now. He said,
Mhm.
one of my partners with the Esteem Awards. He said,
Mhm.
you know what? You should do a story about so and so. Dude, you're late. We just did that story last week. What do you think about blah blah blah? And he'll look
Mhm.
at it and with a very critical eye, sometimes too damn critical, too critical, and
Mhm.
he'll give me feedback. And I also ask for other people who are outside of my immediate area and network. Because I think that's
Got it.
important too. Sometimes if you ask somebody, it's like if you have a child, ask a child, what do they really think about so and so? Ma, I don't like that. That's ugly. And you're sitting there looking, Ma's looking like, damn, that's just ugly. And she's mad and she has an attitude. She just said that was like, go to your room. No, this was a child who actually gave you unbiased,
Honest honest feedback.
real, unfiltered an opinion. So yeah, we
I
do
got it.
that too.
Okay. So, what has been your, I guess, your favorite project today? And I'm sure that might be a bit unfair to ask, but I'm asking. What's been your favorite project or article or story that you've done with prideindex.com?
The individual stories on, believe it or not, with the Esteem Awards, because it actually does the spectrum, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Having conversations with new business owners. You know what? Actually, on Pride Index, it's the same thing. I just recently had, without saying the name of the company and the brand, it is a African American owned spirits company, not Monkey Shoulder over here. Let me get a squig of that. As a matter of fact,
Go for it.
an African American owned spirits company. And
Mm-hmm.
I love when I find those companies who are African American owned and LGBTQ or LGBTQ friendly. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the site.
Yeah.
When you find out about them and you find out what they did to bring their product to the marketplace, what were some of the struggles?
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
you order their product and you say, damn, this is good. I'm really
Mhm.
going to
Mhm.
support you and promote this.
Yes.
So for me, it's finding those new people. Sometimes it's finding the old favorites too. I'll give you an example. We did a part one, two, and three story on distinguished gentlemen, and we
Mhm.
had all of the authors in one listing. We had uh, doctors. We had all of the culinary arts people. Kareem, Mr. Bake out of the DMV, for example. He is just so much fun. And then we have Mr. Spice out of Atlanta, who is just, boy, they are beautiful people. And when
Yeah.
you talk to them and you hear some of the things that they've gone through and how, it was a struggle. Oh, that was nothing. We just did so and so and so. Oh, we couldn't launch that product. We did this one.
Yeah.
Or we knew, oh, yeah, you want to do 40 stores. No, you're going to start out with one first. And we're going to do this
Mhm.
one, and then we're going to carbon copy.
I love that. And it's so important too because they're they're thinking about the community at large or the community as a whole. Literally those stories help change lives like every
Yes,
day. And actually, thank you. Thank you for taking the time seeking these people. And I'm sure sometimes it's not easy finding them and it's not easy getting or crafting the story behind it, but you do it. And there's a passion that you've shown throughout the years in doing it. So thank you from me for all of us who have been looking or want to take more of an interest in Black gay entrepreneurs, businesses, writers, the whole nine, filmmakers. Thank you for being that window for us to be able to find that thing that we yearn and we look to see in the world when it's so limited, you know? So
you're
thank you.
welcome, but I'm a boring person. Without this
I
monkey
don't think
shoulder
so.
here, this
Uh-uh.
monkey shoulder, without it, and and without people like you who are actually doing things, you give me something to talk about. That's
That's
how
true.
I think of it.
All right, all right. Now, the Esteem Awards. So, when was the Esteem Awards first started? And you're the founder, I should say, right?
Yes.
What was the idea behind it, and when did it officially start?
Okay, I'll make sure that I kind of edit and give you the abbreviated version and not, oh, back in 1862, you wasn't born in 1862. Why are you starting the story from there? It's the monkey shoulder again. I'm going to get a squig of it.
Uh-huh.
The Esteem Awards actually started in 2007.
Right.
And it started with my actually working with Chicago's Black Pride on their awards committee. I worked with Sydney Thomas, as a matter of fact, good guy, Remy Moko Book Club out of Chicago. He and I were on the committee, and we did some things with the awards, and we were surprised that the event turned out as good. We
Hmm.
knew there were like certain things we wanted to do, and we ran with it, and that's where the Esteem Awards actually started, although it wasn't the Esteem Awards, it was just Black Pride Awards. And
Hmm.
what I later did was continued it on my own under the Esteem Awards brand. There were certain things I did with under the Black Pride umbrella, and I wanted to expand them. And I said, you know what? If I were doing this on my own, I would do this, I would do that. And that's what I did. So the awards have been going on since 2007. And we started doing in person events after just doing a couple of virtual events because of COVID.
Got it.
So, yeah, since 2007. This year, we're celebrating our 17th anniversary here in Chicago at
Yes.
Sidetrack. We've had
Yes.
a little modification because in the beginning we were giving out awards in so many categories. You know what? We need to narrow down some of these, and we whittled
Hmm.
down today to where we are,
Hmm.
and things have just been going strong ever since. And
Got it.
the awards, I like that we honor not only our local people here in Chicago and in the Chicago area MSA, but also throughout the United States. And it's really
Yeah.
something when you pick up the telephone, for example, and I'm having a conversation with Kevin Anderson out of Houston for the Truth Project. And he and I were having a conversation, and Alan Sharp, just from last year, some stuff he was doing up in DC. And it's
Mhm.
phenomenal, and it's surprising when they're going, "You're familiar with my work?" And I tell them, "Oh, you did A, B, C, D, and we have been watching you."
Yes, I know that is amazing. So, all right, the awards ceremony is July 6th this year, right?
Yes, July
So,
6th, which is a Saturday at Sidetrack, which is where it has been held. We had a strong relationship with Sidetrack. I thank them through the years and opening up that venue to us. They've done
yeah.
some things for us. I walked in the door and found out we had another sponsor. So and so is sponsoring liquor for an out. Oh, okay.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So wonderful organization that Bar to be working with. And the event is July 6th
Mm-hmm.
from 1 to 3 p.m., which is a 2 hour period. And we will honor, again, 16 awards total. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that was 5 individuals and 11 organizations, or 11. Okay, it's the monkey shoulder. Go to the esteemawards.com website, and it's
Yes,
listed under the
got it.
2024 honorees. We have, if you go to that home page, you scroll down, you will see our honorees under national and local. We have a video mosaic from last year. We're still putting those videos together. Okay, no hate mail. Oh, these are the 2023 people on the website. Yes, we're still working on 2024. Okay,
It's a process, people.
it's a
It's a
process,
process.
people. So yeah, yeah. All of the honorees and organizations, individuals are there on that website, theesteemawards.com. And the most important thing to tell all of your wonderful viewers out there is it is a free event. Free. FREE. Complimentary. Walk in this door, don't pay a damn thing. We
I
will
love it.
have do a couple of raffles. We have some wonderful prizes. I wish I had one of my gift baskets in front of me right now, but I don't. Okay, you come to the event, you will see one of those gift baskets. Damn it! Uh, um, so
That's
it's a free
cool.
event, 1 to 3 o'clock, July
Mm-hmm.
6th at Sidetrack
Got it.
in Chicago.
Sidetrack in Chicago. So, what are some of the categories that we can look forward to seeing this year?
Yes, as always, outstanding service, male and female. And some of the people I'll just quickly mention. We have a lady here in Chicago who's an entrepreneur. Her name is Stephanie Hart. She has a bakery store here in Chicago, and she's just done some phenomenal work. Um, and her work is outstanding. Kamala
Yeah.
Harris came to her shop on an off night, and her sales went through the roof for the
Oh,
whole
yes.
week.
Come on now.
Yeah, then we have I have this gentleman I wanted to mention. His name is Patrick McCoy. Patrick did who is being recognized for artistic expression. Back in the 80s and 90s, there were clubs around at the time, Club Rialto.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick was one of the photographers, and he was able to capture what was going on in the 80s and 90s in
Mm-hmm.
the club setting. And uh, he had a wonderful exhibit that showcased photographs, his photography work
Mm-hmm.
of gay life from a perspective of a gay black male in Chicago
Got it.
in the 80s and 90s.
Wow.
15,000 photographs, and some of that work was just phenomenal and beautiful.
Oh.
We're and then we also recognize a healthcare professional. We have Dr. Maya Green here in Chicago. And we have a gentleman, David Mellibranch, who is a wonderful doctor, smiley. I say, David, I can't see you angry at anybody. And if you are, you're smiling when you're angry at him. And
He's
he
always
laughed
smiling.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
still smiling.
Yes.
So, yeah, the
So
esteemawards.com, you will see the individual categories: outstanding service, male, female, community based organization, future leader, trans, special recognition. We have Art Chat Daddy Sims, who is one of the pioneers and legends in the a legendary broadcaster, social media personality, all around good person. He's another one you can't see angry. How do you look when you're mad at somebody? And then let me ask you that question: how do you look when you're angry? He's
it's too
still
much
smiling.
work to get done. Right. Too much work to get done. You got to smile
Okay,
through it.
I
I
love
love
that.
it.
I love that. So again, the categories are local and national,
Hmm.
um, or the honorees are local, national, outstanding service, male, female, trans, future leader, CBO, healthcare professional, artistic expression, and special recognition.
Got it. How would someone make sure that they're on your radar for recognition?
Send me an email, esteemfeedback at hotmail.com. And
Hmm.
also, we are going to add some additional things on both websites, the Esteem Awards and prideindex.com's website, so that people can directly send me stuff through a form and we can
Okay.
gather things that way. In the past, and this year was no exception, we usually will go to our panel of past winners, and
Uh-huh.
I try to get as many of them to give us input on some of the things that are going on in their area. For example, somebody who won in Atlanta might tell me about some people in the South who are doing some things. But
Hmm.
we do have an open period in, I want to say it was January, February, March, where I just sent out an email or making an announcement on the website. We're looking for people to give an award to. Tell us about them. Tell us about yourself, what you're doing. Tell us what your mama is doing, your baby mama, your baby daddy, your baby mama and your
Hmm.
baby daddy, or
Everybody.
whomever you know who are doing some things. Just let us know.
Oh, and you touched on this, and I was going to ask the question too. So, as far as events, I know that one event, the one that you just mentioned in Atlanta, Artists in the Afternoon, right?
Hmm.
Can you share some more about Artists in the Afternoon?
Let me get some monkey shoulder.
Get it, baby.
Okay, y'all, for real, I'm actually drinking coffee. I'm not drinking monkey shoulder. Artists in the Afternoon was an arts type event. I approached one of my good friends, Dr. Derek Tenio. He
Hmm.
and I met at one of the artists events years ago in Atlanta, and we became good friends since 2010, I want to say, and I actually had him come here to Chicago.
Hmm.
I said to him, you know what? I would love to do that authors panel they used to have in Atlanta when they were doing the State of the Black Gay America breakfast.
Mm.
And he said, you know what? If you want to do it, we can. Give me a call tomorrow and we'll just put it together. I have also been wanting to do that event, and it's all in my head exactly how I would do it. So I gave him a call, and he
Yeah.
said, how do we get in touch with authors and people like that and filmmakers and people who are doing things in the community? And I looked at him. I said, dude, who are you talking to? What is the awards about? I can make the calls in my sleep, just
Oh,
reaching out to folks and just seeing if they're interested. And we
yeah.
did it. And we did that event for the first time in less than a month's time.
I love
We had
that.
our
Come on now.
authors, we had vendors and people like that, and it was a good event. We did it again in Atlanta last year, 2023.
Hmm.
And we were approached by a couple organizations who said, you know what? You should bring that event over to my venue and we can do A, B, and C. Oh,
Ah,
okay. All right.
yes.
And we made it happen. And You learn your lessons as far as, okay, I'll say this to your audience loud and clear. Spend more time putting together your event as far as promoting it and putting it together. Don't always wait to the last minute. Oh, things will work themselves out. Things will work themselves out. However, there's a different result you will get from
Hmm.
starting to plan a August event in October of the year before, because it allows you to plan better, to accept ideas or reject them, and a headache too, because in the past when we were doing those events in 1 month, sleep, what's that? Something I
Right.
didn't get a lot of. August 31st at the LGBT Institute in Atlanta from 1 to 5. Boom.
Come on
We have
now.
our panelists. I know you can't see my board over here, but I have my panelists. I
Hmm.
have other vendors and people I'm talking to, and organizations that I can now have a conversation with where I couldn't have it last year. You're telling me your event is 2 weeks from now. Call me next year. So that's why I tell folks, you know what? If you have more time to plan stuff,
Yes.
you will get a better result. Maybe you'll get better reception. But that's not to say we didn't have some good events in the past. It was
Hmm.
more of, you know what? If you start planning this stuff and doing it a little bit earlier, watch the results you'll get.
Hmm.
I invite everybody out there to come to Atlanta on August 31st, LGBTQ Institute. And there's that word again. What's that word? FRE.
E.
E,
E.
capital F, capital R, capital EE. During Black Pride in Atlanta. Just come out. And
I
again, we're
love
going to
it.
do prizes. We're going to give you a chance to talk to some of your favorite authors. We're going to have conversations about filmmaking. We have a filmmakers panel this time. I was able to get Aaron Foley in. Oh, he's out of Detroit. He's coming to the event, and his book has been optioned to become a film, and they're going through the screenwriting process. So
Wow.
I
That's
could
amazing.
jump out my seat 5 times that we're able
Yeah.
to get him on a panel and have some discussions and inform
Yeah.
other authors some of the things they can do to have similar success.
Is there anything that we did not cover or that you want us to shine more of a light on?
For me, I would tell your audience and everybody out there who wants to do something, you want to open a store. You want to write a book. You want to write a film. You want to perform and do spoken word. You want to open a nail shop. Go and do it. And it may sound just so simplistic. Oh, just go do it. The number one problem we all have is the same problem: access to capital.
Mm.
But if you figure out a way to do whatever it is you want to do. So
Wow.
the thing that, the message is there's a way to do stuff. Maybe getting back to that example earlier of I want to open 40 stores, you have to start with one first. Carbon copy the successes and apply it to this next thing. But there are so many organizations out there who you can apply to and get things done. I will never tell you that it's going to be easy. Add 2 eggs, some water, put it in the oven and bake, and now you got this. No, you put in the work. It is
Put in
inspiration,
the
it is
work.
perspiration. And you would be surprised at what's free that you can do or doesn't cost a whole lot of money that you can do. I
Hmm.
want to be in film and TV and be a TV host. You know what? Look at what Keenan did.
Okay.
He has a podcast. There are platforms where you can produce that material and get that practice in interviewing and booking people. So there
True.
are resources out there. It's just about taking the time to look for them.
Step out on faith. Take that step. put it to paper, and start thinking outside of the box. Don't
Right.
let not having access to capital stop you. There is a way. It may not be a comfortable way, but there is a way. And once you fail forward, and someone said this to me a while ago, fail forward. Don't be afraid to fail forward. Duplicate your successes. I love it. And I am thankful for you spending this time with us and dropping these gems. It's so important. And we appreciate the work that you're continuing to do for us in the community too. So, family, go to prideindex.com for times and dates for these upcoming events. We have the Esteem Awards happening in Chicago, July 6th, and we have Artists in the Afternoon happening August 31st in Atlanta. Again, prideindex.com, that's your one stop shop for pretty much everything related to the LGBTQ plus experience. Films, filmmakers, authors, writing tips, tools, um, everything you can think of. So just take a stop by the site, sign up for the newsletter, and share. We know the impacts to the community when we show up and show out. So as always, we ask you, show up and show out. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Yes, we made it through.